Previously on Monster. Vance and Dolo discovered the camp that was dealing with wolves to discover a strong sense of necrotic magic. This led to a cave that held the survivors in something much more sinister.
Vance, where the hell you going?
To fuck shit up.
As soon as you walk in the summoning circle, your body begins to melt in a road.
I went around.
New character.
He wouldn't.
All right, welcome to Monster.
I never had a wife.
Vance is dead. Yeah, season 1 reference.
Mm-hmm.
We open up to this giant room as Vance has decided to do a head-on charge to the skeletons as Dolo and Av got left in the dust. But we are going to just start off roll initiative, everybody.
Yeah. Also, in my defense, we did let him snap six soldiers into existence.
Yep.
Nat 20.
Nat 20 right off the rip.
Mm-hmm. I got a 2.
Oh.
Because I got a 3 on the die.
Okay. So
Good
Dolo.
job. Whoa, nice.
I'm old. Like I'm like I ran the 25 feet or the 30 feet, and I'm just like, ugh.
Oh, my knees.
Oh.
If it helps, Av was also not ready. First up, we've got Dolo. You see Vance run off to the left?
I'm going to take off right. I'm going to go this direction. I'm going to dash right, and then I'm going to arm myself with a bow and arrow.
Gotcha. So you're just using your action to dash.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Next up is the skeletons. The first skeletons on the outer side that are closest to both Dolo and Vance rush up on you and take 2 swings with their swords. Ooh, the first one on Dolo was a 21 to hit.
Jesus, yeah.
Yep, alrighty. And that is going to do 5 damage. And then the one on Vance swings with a 5.
Nope.
Oh, really? Okay, wow.
Yeah. Good pause. That was.
Yeah,
Thanks for checking. Just thanks for checking in.
I was trying to be very dramatic. I thought I nailed you.
Yeah.
And then the skeletons closest to the necromancer each fire a short bow shot at you. Dolo, we've got a 7. Nope. And then on Vance, we've got a 19.
Well, yeah, that'll do it.
All right, so you're going to take 3 piercing damage minimum. The other 2 skeletons start to move in towards the circle. And then that is the end of their turn. And now we are moving to Av, who has decided to run over and support Dolo.
Mm-hmm.
And she just uses her movement to dash as well, so she didn't quite make it up. So now we are at the necromancer's turn, and he turns around to his desk, completely ignoring you guys, and he just starts moving sigils around.
He's playing Risk.
Yeah.
I don't know. It looks like he's doing a scrapbook.
Oh. I got to write this down for my buddy.
Yeah. I do like how cavalier this necromancer is, but not in a way of like, I'm haughty and better than you, but just in like I don't know, man. I got shit to do.
It's purely like a rage. He thought he was getting something that he no longer is getting.
Yeah.
With that, we're back up to the top with Dolo.
No, we're not.
No, he goes.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
No. I forgot about Vance, so he doesn't exist.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
because this is my world.
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus.
So, all right. Bye, Tyson. All right, Vance, what would you like to do? You have 1 skeleton up on you.
I went to the void. And I have returned.
If it's my world, it's hell.
So the other 2 didn't move, and then you guys went on the other side, so I'm not really going to get... All right, I'll just smash this guy with my hammer.
There are still 2 skeletons in front of you as well. So there's one right up on you, and then there's the other one heading towards the circle, and the archer one behind him.
Well, I want to get the necromancer in with the
For sure. Turn on dead.
Yeah, so I'm going to wait on that.
Cool.
So I'm just going to go ahead and just mace to the face.
Okay, and that is bludgeoning damage, correct?
Yes.
Roll me that 2 hit.
16.
That does hit.
4 damage.
Nice. Okay, and you notice that because it is a skeleton, that does more than you would expect.
Yeah. Dusty ass son of a bitch.
Okay, anything else on your turn?
I mean, that's all I can really do.
You're level 5. Oh, wait, clerics don't get an extra attack at level 5, right?
Correct.
Okay, cool. So
I could cheat.
You could cheat. Now, back to the skeletons. We have a 13 to hit Dolo with the sword.
Nope.
All right. And then the bow shot on Dolo was even worse than that, so no. And then a sword and bow on Vance.
Don't worry, the odds. Bring it on me now.
Yeah. So the sword was a 16.
That'll do it.
And the short bow was an 11.
Miss.
So the short sword is going to do 5 points of damage to you. After that, the 2 that were heading towards the circle get closer into the circle, and you notice that red starts to glow on the outside of their skeletons. And another turn of the necromancer fumbling away at his desk. Av is now up, and she You
top
went.
of the order?
No, I didn't go.
Did I beef it up again?
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
You
Okay.
need to write it down.
Yeah, I did write it down. That's the worst part.
So I'll take because I had one that like stabbed at me, right?
Yes.
Or he slashed at me.
Mm-hmm. And you were technically supposed to go before that skeleton.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
no. I very clearly the camera right there.
It
My
happens.
bad. That was my bad. that was on me.
Because he misses me.
Mhm.
So in my turn, I'm gonna take the bottom of my bow.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna smash him across the side of the head.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right on. Give me that 2-hit.
13.
That does hit.
Nice.
Smash him against the side
And with
of
the
the
back
head.
of the bow, that's bludgeoning.
Yeah.
It'll be an improvised weapon technically, so it'd be a
Mhm.
D4.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's a D4, but I'll roll
Yeah,
6
well,
sided.
no, it's a D4 with 6 sides.
Yeah,
Well, I get a plus. That's a 5.
Okay, so that's 5. Okay, doing 10 damage.
Wow.
You destroy that first skeleton.
Hell yeah. I
Wow.
get bonus attack because I'm a monk in this motherfucker. I'm going to turn with that same bow and arrow.
Okay.
And I'm going to shoot directly at the necromancer.
At the necromancer.
Mhm.
Okay, give me that 2-hit.
19.
19. Okay, roll me a perception check.
God, he's so cool.
Ooh. That's a 24.
Okay, so you notice that your arrow hits, and the moment that it gets within a foot or two of the necromancer, it drastically slows down, and it does make contact with him. The force of the arrow was able to hit him, but it doesn't seem like he took very much damage because he's a skeleton for piercing and the field around him. But he did take a little bit of damage. Actually, roll your damage to see exactly how much he took.
What is that? Where is it? He's
Be a
got
short bow.
Yeah.
6d6.
Well, that's his D6 with 10 sides.
Yeah, right.
You're being real
Okay.
weird about this,
Yeah,
Tyler.
yeah. My bad. Oh, I'm the only one that can make mistakes?
9.
9, okay. Now, because I messed up and now we're fixing everything, the skeletons get to go again.
Yeah.
That's exactly how that goes. I assumed that's what would happen.
Were you the kind of kid that was like, no, I had a force field up?
No. But we are now back to Av.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
See, I'm getting it. I'm learning. It only
Yeah.
took 9 episodes. Av
By the
runs
way,
up
reading is left, right, top to bottom.
in English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what do you have written there?
It doesn't matter.
Is it English?
Did you write it?
What does that have to do with anything?
So I'm gonna start writing shit in Japanese. Just
Okay.
So Av runs up to the one with the short bow,
Mm-hmm.
and she takes a swing. I guess not a swing, a stab at it with the spear, and she misses pretty bad. But she's a fighter, so she gets 2, and she hits pretty hard with the second one. She's one-handing it, so that is 5 piercing on the next skeleton. Now, back up to the top.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gun hell again.
Yeah. Vance, what do you want to do?
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to rush forward and kind of, because I don't want to waste my turn on that. I'm going to rush forward and try to get within 30 feet of the necromancer.
Okay, and you are taking the opportunity attack.
Yes.
Cool. Nope.
Cool.
Miss. Bad miss. Not a crit, but as close as you can get.
Turn undead.
Okay.
I present my holy symbol and censor undead creatures. I just get a
Cool.
little black bar over their naughty bits.
Yep.
They each undead within 30 feet.
Necromancer, well endowed.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he got to pick his own meat. You know?
Yeah, right.
Make a DC 14 wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom. And then the next one would be the archer one that got a nat 20. So for some odd reason, Necromancer, kind of vulnerable to it. The archer, steadfast.
All right, and I'm going to use my searing modifier on it, where I roll a number of d8s equal to my wisdom mod.
Okay.
So that they're going to take 3d8 radiant damage.
3d8 radiant.
Come on. Ha! Not bad. 13 radiant.
Even the one that passed.
No, only if it fails.
Only if it fails. So this is just the Necromancer then.
Yes.
Okay.
There was only one skeleton in the necromancer in range.
Because the other one went into the circle, and then you ran past the
Okay.
one on you.
Just want to
Yes.
check. Nuke the necromancer, and then I'm sure the skeletons will fall.
Okay. So how much damage was that?
13.
13? Okay.
13
so
radiant.
your 13 radiant damage completely destroys the force field around the Necromancer and severely damages him.
Yeah. It's like that nuke in Terminator 2.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Pow.
Yeah, holding on to the fence.
Yeah.
What a horrifying scene, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
so good. So good. Is that your turn?
yeah, that'll be all my
Okay.
actions.
Just wanted to make sure. Now, back to the top. Not with the skeletons, but with Dolo.
nice. I take my bow and arrow. I draw another arrow,
Mm-hmm.
and I light it on fire.
Okay.
And I take another shot directly at the necromancer.
Give me that 2-hit.
Oh,
Ooh.
no. That's only a 4.
Yeah, I was about to say it's a pretty safe miss.
Yeah,
on
it's a
that
pretty
one.
bad miss.
Yeah, yeah.
You shot a little higher because it
I
was a
did.
little light.
Bonus action?
Mm. Okay, yeah, you can bonus
Yeah,
action.
I'm
You-
shooting again.
I don't think you can
I
take
don't
another
think I
shot
can
with
take
bonus
another
action.
shot. I could dash closer, though.
You can bonus action dash.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Is there a skeleton near me still, or are they both inside the circle?
There's the archer one that Av is dealing with. So you would have to pass Av and the skeleton to get to the necromancer without crossing into the circle.
I'm going to dash over to Av and see if I can't at least not let her die.
Cool. Yep. So you head over to Av, and then is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah,
now
sure.
after that is the skeletons. The archer skeleton that is on Av and Dolo drops his bow and draws a short sword and takes a swing at Av with an 8. So that is a miss. And then the other archer one drops his and goes after you, Vance, with even worse. Just they're really pooping the bed on this. But
the skeleton's like, I should have kept my bow up. I'm a skeletal archer.
right, yeah.
I am not specialized for this.
The two that have been entering the circle, slowly glowing more red, have reached the center. And when they do, their bones begin to crumble and crack as they turn to dust in the center. And through that dust, a vortex appears to create a big amalgamation of a giant skeleton.
Oh.
So now there is one skeleton in the middle that is much larger.
Vance is like, I could have got taller.
Yeah, yeah, go in it. Yeah.
See what happens.
See what happens. And with that, that is the skeleton's turn, and the necromancer has now turned around to face you. And I need both of you to make me a dexterity saving throw. Oh, I'm sorry, Constitution saving throw.
Oh, thank God. I was like, Dex, no. 19.
19. All right.
Nope, that's 5.
5. Oh, I need Av.
Is
to
it
make it as well.
poison? Because I'm immune to I'm a poison guy.
It is not. Av passes as well. So you feel an incredibly strong force hit you in the chest as just wind rushes out and pushes you, if you failed, 15 feet away from it. If you succeed, you take half damage. So Dolo and Av take 10 points of force damage. You take 5 and don't have to move.
I'm getting punched pretty consistently.
With that, it is now Av's turn, since that was the skeleton's turn, because I'm keeping track better now. And they take swings. Or, I'm sorry, Av's turn. She takes a swing for a 19 to hit with her spear, and she is able to kill that skeletal archer over by her and Dolo. On to you, Vance.
Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to point my finger.
Pew pew.
Yep. And be like, you know how you hit me with that wind? I don't like that sort of thing. And then I fire the guiding bolt.
Okay, yeah, which is a saving throw, correct?
No, a +6 to hit.
Oh, okay. Hey, bud. you were awfully cocky.
I mean, you gotta go up like you show up.
Yeah. How'd you do?
Bad, the worst possible outcome.
Which is
Natural 1.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Does my magic just be like pew, 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 pew?
Yeah, it makes a fart noise and then it just falls on the ground, just putters out.
Oh.
Yep.
I swear to God, this never happens to me.
You're just so pretty. It's
Yeah. I meant it earlier when I said you know some people are into this, so like
it was you.
Yeah, it was me.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah. All right.
Give me 15 minutes. I'm gonna get a Gatorade. We'll try this again.
Is that your turn?
Yeah.
All righty. Well, back to the skeletons. No, Dolo.
How far away am I from the necromancer now?
About 5-10 feet. You're very close.
All right. I am going to, I just get pissed off because I missed my last shot, and I get enraged, and I throw firebolt straight at his face.
Okay. Give me that 2 hit.
No whammy, no whammy, no whammy. 10.
Ooh, that is a miss.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
You got all that wind in your eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Let's see. I'm going to. Is there a. No, I'm not even going to do that. I'm going to stand right where I'm at, and I'm going to take out my frying pan and just brace myself.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Frying pan.
Yeah, I have a frying pan that
You,
hangs on my thing.
Mm-hmm.
What is this? PUBG? Was that the game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Go for that chicken dinner.
I got
Yeah.
a big cast iron frying pan.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That the end of your turn?
Yep.
All right. On to the skeletons. There's one normal skeleton left, the giant skeleton and the necromancer.
None of our magic's working.
Yeah.
The necromancer is able to well, I guess, I don't know. Does a 14 hit
It
Vance?
matches my AC.
It does. So you are hit with a poison spray.
Okay. How does that work with being immune to poison?
So you're not getting poisoned.
Just taking the
but
damage?
And yeah, if you
Cool.
are you also resistant to poison damage or just immune to poison?
To avoid or end poison conditions, dwarven resilience.
Cool. So no resistant to poison damage. You just can't
Correct.
get poisoned.
Correct.
Okay. So you will take the minimum one. He's like pocket sand, but like slightly worse.
He's like, ha, coffee breath.
Yeah. And that ends the necromancer's turn. And then we will go on to the last archer, which drew a sword. That's also going to miss. And then the giant skeleton in the middle has started working his way towards Dolo and Av. And will, as in his big, like he just walks over and just kicks, like just a big old kick right at both of you. Dexterity saving throws.
Ha! Suck it. That's a 16.
All right, so you're going to take half damage, and Av takes full damage. And so that'll be 8, so you'll take 4.
Damn.
Damn it, Av. Remember what I said.
Yeah. I'm doing everything I can, okay? I'm fighting for my life over here. And that is the end of the skeleton, so now it is on to Av, and she takes her spear, and she kind of tosses it up and grabs it, and then throws it at the necromancer. With a nat 1.
Oh, no. It's just in my back shoulders.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that was actually on purpose. Shut up.
She's like, remember, don't get hit, don't die.
She thought she was going to help and do something cool, but just completely whiffs it. She goes, okay, and then she draws her sword.
The sword. See, good thing you gave
Yep.
the sword.
Yeah. And then she takes a swing at the giant one for a hit and 3 damage. Okay.
She just like hit it in its knee. She just like
Yeah, basically. Just,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like- and that is the end of the skeleton's turn and Av's turn. So now we are at Vance.
Yeah.
I almost combined Dolo and Vance to say Volo, but that would.
That's a different guy.
Yeah, he just
It's a whole
appears. He's
different
guy.
there now. Yeah.
He's Tom Bombadil.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
He's real bendy.
popping up,
Yeah.
smoking everyone's weed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try to do that again. I'm going to try to be like, hang on. I shake my hand. I'm going to try this again. And I point the finger out again. And I go,
Nat one.
I don't like that kind of thing.
That's much better.
20.
Okay, that does hit. And this is also radiant damage.
Guiding bolt, radiant damage,
Okay.
11 damage.
11 damage. The necromancer is looking real bad. Like, real bad.
He'd do that.
You see that a lot of cracks are forming in the skull behind the skin.
No, that would be it for my
Okay.
turn.
Back up top. Dolo.
I am going to, you said he's like just a couple feet from me.
Yes.
I'm going to pass my hand over my frying pan and light it on fire.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm going to slide up to him and smack the living shit out of him with this
Give me that
frying
2-hit.
pan.
That's pretty good. That's a good hit.
So I'm going to knock the shit out of him with this frying pan.
Give me that damage.
God, it's just that good.
Are you proficient with frying pans, or is this
Yes.
an improvised weapon?
No, I'm proficient with this frying pan. This is my frying pan. This is my frying pan.
Okay.
Like, I own a skateboard. I can't do a kickflip anymore.
Right. We'll just say it's a club, a D6.
Yeah, it's a D6, but I get +3. Oh, 8.
8. All right. So
Ooh.
it's going to be 8 bludgeoning and fire damage.
Mhm.
You knock the skull clean off of the necromancer, and it makes that comedic like clunk
Clunk.
noise as it rolls.
Vance, grab that skull. Grab that skull.
I grab it, I pick it up, and I put my hand under it. Oh, I'm a dumb.
Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, fuck. I got a 5.
I didn't really have anything planned. I just thought it would be
It's
fun.
Ash from Evil Dead. Where it's like, oh no!
It bites him. It bites him.
Yeah, Vance is now the necromancer.
It's me. I'm the problem.
All right, you guys solved the necromancer puzzle. Yeah. You guys kill the necromancer. The giant skeleton falls to the ground. And I'm assuming we're just wrapping this up nicely. You guys are going to go check on the people in the prison. You're just leaving them in the cages.
No, yeah.
They're fine. They're just going to starve now.
Do you know what?
That'd be $20.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. I look through the, just kind of I want to see what he was working on, all that stuff.
Cool. Yeah. Give me either Arcana or Investigation.
I start digging through his robes and just looking for anything of value.
Okay. Investigation.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 6.
Ooh, 6. And that was
By Arcana.
Arcana.
7.
Okay.
7, 18.
18. All right. So with your Arcana check, you can't really. I mean, you see a bunch of stuff, but you got no idea what it is.
It's all written in French.
Yeah. Well, infernal. So pretty much.
Oh, wow.
Same thing.
Hot take.
Yeah. Is it?
We here at Monster
Ouais.
don't like the French. That includes you, Quebec.
Hey.
And then Dolo, you said that you got a
18
on your investigation.
Mm-hmm.
In one of the pockets of his robes, you find a small amulet. You don't know what it does. You can't quite tell. It will take a long rest or an identify spell to be able to figure out exactly what it does. Is there anything else the two of you would like to do while you're in the chambers?
Free the soldiers. Avoid the big circle.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? Can I use my control fire to raise the flames on the torches if we can see better in the cave?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, see if there's anything else around there that might be of purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You're more than welcome to roll the same Arcana check that Vance did to see if there's anything on the table that makes sense.
19.
Mm-hmm.
19. So you notice that in a lot of his works, he was essentially working with Alyssum to figure out how to combine the illusion and necromagic to create abominations and amalgamations of. Essentially what you can put together is that she was trying to bring in those spectral beings that you saw when you were being interrogated, and how could she get those into reality? Because right now she just has soldiers, which are strong, and she has tons of them, but she hasn't been able to really develop the sheer power to create these abominations in her world in reality.
But so she had a partner with old Boney Bone.
Right. And it seems like when things went south, she didn't have time to work with this necromancer anymore, and their deal was essentially, if you can help me combine these forms of magic, I'll give you test subjects for you to get your body back, because he was very jaded about when he became a necromancer, he became a skeleton. So he was like, well, this isn't what I signed up for. And then he grew into a rage once everything fell apart.
Yeah, he's like, I used to be hot. I was a hot necromancer. This sucks.
Well, it's like with the great power, there was
Great
he
sacrifice.
he didn't read the terms and conditions. Really,
No.
when you-
Who
I'm
does?
hot.
Yeah.
I don't read.
Yeah, I don't even know if he was
elected to
hot.
lead.
Right? Imagine you just wake up just bones. That would suck.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that you're not enjoying in life anymore, you know?
But he's got such a cool new pad in that cave where he's I didn't read something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I much like the cart, I set this up as a quick save, so I fast travel.
Yeah, yeah.
This is my new hideout.
So with that, you're able to free these people. When you make it back, you notice that the trance is gone. And they have all of their equipment and stuff that's all piled there, and they have enough food to make it back into town or back to their camp.
Cool.
Do you do anything extra outside of kind of get them
I just
going?
make sure they're medically okay.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Can I talk to one of the soldiers and ask him if about his experience there?
Yeah, for sure.
What that was like and what he's going through right now, and
Both of you
if
roll
there's
me
any
perception.
information that we can gain from that.
Natural 20.
21.
Wow. Okay, nice. So you guys are able to pick out that actually one of the surviving ones was the one that wrote the diary. So he is very detailed in giving out the wolves and what people were reporting, and essentially it's a 1-for-1 match for what Essel was talking about,
Mm-hmm.
and how the wolves didn't seem real because of the coordination, but people were actually getting attacked. And I'm assuming you're filling them in on Ugringe.
No. Yeah.
No.
Okay. It's like,
No,
surprise.
Vance just hands him his diary, and it's like, there's some extra stuff in
Yeah,
there. I put some extra stuff in
You wrote some weird shit in your last few days.
He goes, I mean, it's kind of weird to read somebody else's diary, but I'm guessing you wouldn't have found us if you didn't. So I'm not going to complain too much here. Thank you both very much. I think we'll help clean up the town. It seems like we don't really need an outpost if the town is burning down. So I think we're just going to head back to Ugringe.
It's probably burnt down by now.
Okay, rebuilding efforts. Is that what is it?
I mean, this cave is pretty nice. Y'all can decorate this thing.
No, this is mine.
Oh, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
So you're taking the cave?
Yeah.
That's weird. All right.
Did you kill the necromancer?
I did not.
Highlander rules, dude.
Okay.
All right. Our cave now.
All right, the rest of the episode is like an interior decorating show.
It's Extreme Makeover.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, we're going to lose it in a couple years because of taxes.
Yeah. We really raising the property value. It was a cave.
Right.
It's nice now.
Yeah, first of all, what we're going to do is all these wolf corpses, gone. We're going to get rid of them.
Yep.
But they're rugs now.
Actually, I load the... Help me with these pelts. Like I asked the soldiers to help me carry like all the wolf corpses to the cart. So
Yeah, I mean, you saved our lives. We have no reason to fight this, really.
Yeah.
So you make it back to the cart?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You make it back to camp. Everything goes smoothly.
Before we leave, I put a sign above the entrance that just says Vance's Man. Because it's a cave.
Because it's a cave.
This is Vance's man cave.
It's more of a grotto.
Yeah.
I'm just walking around picking up arrows and just putting them in a bag and just collecting random shit.
Nice.
And then I put the amulet on.
Okay, cool.
Mhm.
Oh,
all right.
Okay.
We'll get to that in a
Putting
second.
the amulet on.
Yeah, you put the sign up on the man cave, and I can't wait for us to get like 30 episodes into this and you completely forget about it, and then we come back here.
It's written down, baby.
It doesn't mean you're going to remember it.
That's 100% correct.
Yeah, I wrote down the order and fucked it up like 3 times. And I just wrote it down.
Yeah, I got a place. It's good to have a place again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm keeping this shit. This is nice.
The moment that amulet touches your skin, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
That is a 16.
A 16. Your mind feels like it is on fire as shearing pain shoots down the back of your mind all the way down your back to where you can feel it in your legs. Nothing inherently happens to your body, but it feels like you've just dodged a horrendous bullet as thoughts of somebody else enter your mind.
I take the amulet off and I go, hey, Vance, try this on.
And you take 12 psychic damage. Wow. You succeeded, so it's only half.
Do I learn anything from this experience?
Well, I mean, you learned that when you put it on, it hurt a whole bunch, and
Okay.
you were experiencing another person's thoughts.
Got it.
Nah, I'm good.
Now, the funny thing is you could have kept it on and not, like, you just had that amulet now, but you took it back off. So,
all right.
Took it out. Well, we learned.
Yeah.
Put it on and off.
Yeah.
You want to put it back on?
No.
All right. Yeah, just thought I would
I want
ask.
to know what it does before we try to do that again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, because I'm not about to just walk around wearing it and then something happens.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what a mystery. What a tease.
Yeah. I don't know. If only we could take that long rest to look at it the next time we're traveling somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we load up and start driving towards Currahill.
So you guys can stay at the camp for the night and get a full rest
Okay.
and everything,
Yeah,
and
we'll do
set
that.
back out in the morning.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Okay.
Full rest.
Sweet. And the guards are like, we'll keep watch. I don't know if that's like, I don't know if you guys think that's a good thing considering everything that happened here before, but it feels like we took care of the problem.
Yeah.
So we'll let you guys rest. You guys clearly deserved it. So the two of you and Av head out in the morning and start to head north.
And during the long rest, I'd like to look at that amulet.
Okay, cool. Give me, are you casting like Identify or are you just trying to figure?
I don't believe I have identified.
Okay. Then give me an Arcana check.
That's a 12.
Okay.
5.
All right. Neither one of you are able to figure out the amulet yet.
I think it's a necklace.
Yeah.
You think so, bud?
It's a really big ring.
Yeah.
What's it made out of? What's it made out of?
It is made entirely of gold with a red gem in the middle. The amulet.
I'm with me being so versed in thievery and procurement of rare goods,
Mhm.
can am I able to identify what type of stone that is?
What type of stone it is?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
You just don't know stones.
I do, but a knowledge of gems and
Mhm.
thievery and stuff wouldn't identify this type
Ah.
of stone
Yeah,
because of
that's-
its origin.
That's my question. I'm
Mm.
looking at it like I ain't
Mm.
never seen no shit like this.
Nice.
I done seen some shit, but I ain't never seen no shit like this.
Like this?
Like
Okay.
this.
Yeah. Load up and we'll start heading our way back to Kerr Hill.
The rest of the trip to Kerr Hill goes fairly easy. You have a couple of nights where you're on edge with everything that's going on, but the next 3 days you were able to make it just fine. And we approach the gates to Kerr Hill. And me saying approaching the gates to Kerr Hill makes it seem way more fancy than it is. This is literally just like there's a sign on the side of the road that says Kerr Hill, and everybody knows that you get what you get when you enter this town.
Mhm.
And the moment that you start to roll into town with like a whole like cart and everything like that, give me perception checks.
10.
You were real close to being good, and then the
15.
dice just awkwardly went.
You saw that, huh?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah,
tilted
yeah.
over.
So Vance, with a 15, you notice that there's some people that are looking at you guys like prime real estate. You know, like they're looking at this cart, they're looking at you guys like, oh, new meat in town.
How many guys?
It's just a bunch of people on the side of the road. I'd say 10 to 12 in the crowds that are just kind of moving through the city.
Vance has traveled a bunch, so he's just making that like hard eye contact of like,
Yep.
go on.
Yeah, and that like you're looking around your cart, even though it's beat up from adventuring and stuff like that, is the nicest thing you can see here on this side of town.
Mm-hmm. You're damn right.
So people are looking at you. You stole it.
It's
This
the
is-
Necro. Yeah, but we're rolling into town. The Necro Wolves are coming
Mhm.
into town, baby.
Goddamn right.
We're carrying that name.
Yeah.
We're the Necro Wolves. That's
We-
our team name now. It's our party name.
Okay.
Necro Wolves.
And we legitimately got all the wolves that the Necromancer owned. So
Yeah.
it's not even weird. Not
we
even
kept
the Necro
his skull
Wolves.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You kept his skull.
obviously.
Mhm.
Okay.
He frying panned it off. He earned
Yeah.
Yeah.
I earned it.
That's very true. That's very true.
it. He put that on the chain. Just
Like Flavor Flav.
Flavor
Walking around with a skull on a chain.
So when you make it into town, just imagine the Star Wars line, the like hive of scum and villainy
Mhm.
is kind of what you're
Mhm.
getting here. Is there anything that you guys do? Because when you've made it here, it's later in the evening. You don't have a ton of time to kind of figure out like where to stay. What is your plan to get through this first night?
Tavern.
Where do you leave your cart?
Tavern.
Nah.
Tavern doesn't have a stall.
Nah. If we are we able to take the cart into town through the gates?
Yeah. I mean, you're able to take it on like the main roads, but most of this is like small walking streets and back alleys.
Is there anywhere off the main roads where it looks like we could hitch our cart? 'Cause
Yeah, I mean, there's places that you could definitely hitch your cart.
Is there a blacksmith shop possibly? Would our cart fit near a blacksmith shop?
There's definitely ton. This is
This is a city.
this is a city.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I say we find a blacksmith,
Yeah.
see if I can sell some of this bag of swords and
Mhm.
shit I've collected.
That
Okay.
sounds like a good plan. Yeah, we'll go there. We'll
If nothing else, maybe he might need some assistance and we stay there instead of with the common wretch.
I mean, I don't like how you look down on them, but that's we're all beautiful in Palor's eyes. But yeah, it seems like a good plan.
You're 3.5 feet fucking tall. You want to go stay there?
I've stayed in worse places.
All right.
Okay, so you go to the blacksmith first.
Yeah, let's go to
Yeah.
blacksmith.
As you approach, you just hear the tinging of an anvil as swords are being made. And you just keep getting those looks. And as you walk in, he doesn't even acknowledge that you're there. He just keeps working. And you walk in, and it's a very standard-looking blacksmith store, a bit more rundown than usual. But a lot of the swords, give me history checks.
Both of us are
Both, yeah. Yep,
Can
you're
I
both.
yell at Av to watch the cart?
10.
Ooh, nat 20.
Nat 20 and
Ooh.
a 10. Okay, with the 10, you don't notice too much outside of the ordinary. With the nat 20, this is your, like, I don't want to say like your people, but this is where you came from.
This
know,
is
like,
my shit.
Dealing on the streets and stuff like
Mhm.
that. And you very clearly can point out to Vance, like, these aren't weapons that are going to hold up in more than a couple fights.
Yeah.
Like, he's got a selection of, like, his trusted vendors, the people that he doesn't screw over, but the people that pass through, they're getting these ones that are going to get him killed in the next fight, So you got to be very careful with procuring goods in this town.
Mhm.
Av stays with the cart, and he still hasn't acknowledged that you guys are there. However, you do notice that behind him is a walled-off section of the store that it doesn't make sense why that would be separate from anything else.
My man. Excuse me, sir.
Just ting, ting, nothing yet.
And then I drop the giant bag of swords on the ground to make it make a loud clanging noise.
Okay. As soon as he hears that clanging, he slowly turns around and he goes, "Ah, seems like you came ready to do business."
He just turns and goes, "Looks like we got a badass over here."
How can I help you two today?
Looking to melt some of this down and maybe turn some of it over to you, sir.
He looks in the bag and he's puzzled for a second. And then he looks back and he goes, "So how did a couple gentlemen like you get a lot of Soldeus goods?"
That sounds more like a question for a man who doesn't want to do business.
It also sounds like a man that's protecting his hide in the middle of a war.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you still want to ask that question, or you want to melt some of this down?
I mean, I do, but how do I know that this isn't some kind of like setup? I don't know who you two gentlemen are, and you show up with a bunch of goods that would get me in a lot of trouble. Are you wearing a wire? If you're a cop, you got to tell me.
I got some copper on, but nothing.
Essentially, you're going to need to make some kind of persuasion check to get him to accept these, considering you guys are brand new customers.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. We came a long way. Both of us are in a lot more trouble the longer we stand here and talk about whether or not you're going to melt it down.
And I don't see where that is my problem.
Oh, it's not. But do you want to make the money that you would make off of this nice Soldarian still?
Give me that persuasion check.
Mm-hmm.
Vance is just like, "Yeah, let's just say the last town we were in burnt to the ground."
I got 14.
A 14. Okay. He looks and he goes, "You know what? I like how you do business, but here's the thing. For first-time sellers in this case, I can't give you top dollar for it. I'll give you about 5 or 6 gold for the bag."
For the whole bag?
I didn't stutter.
Well, sounds like you aren't the only blacksmith in town either, are you?
No, but I am the best.
Judging by your wares, you're the best? This is the best that the town has to offer?
It's the best that I have to offer people I don't like.
Yeah. Well, what's your actual good? Because this is, and I kind of tap it with my warhammer. I'm like, this is, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he goes, you also give a persuasion check. Yep.
16.
Okay. He goes, well, you know what? If you accept my offer, just to get this off your hands, I'll show you the goods.
That's a terrible deal. Who's the second best in town?
Who's the second best in town? He goes, well, considering the time, I don't know if you'll make it today.
I go, I understand your business tactics. And I understand you're trying to keep yourself safe and make an extra buck. But the last thing you want to do in this situation is have something unfortunate happen. Like, your forge could just go crazy somehow. And I start raising the flames in his forge. Mm-hmm. And it'd be a damn shame if this whole place burned down behind a sad misunderstanding.
Yeah, and it would also be very sad if a sad misunderstanding led to a group of innumerable people of the underground completely just savaging newcomers.
It would be. So it sounds like you know a few people on the underground, and it also sounds like you're holding out a little bit more information than you're willing to give.
Listen, gentlemen, I told you my deal. I'll do 5 or 6 gold for the bag, and then I will show you what this town can actually offer.
I don't need the gold.
Yeah, I lean in, but I lean in, but you're just so much taller than me. I kind of just wait for a second.
Help.
Yeah, I just kind of whisper, and I'm just like, yeah. I mean, we had to bargain. You know, you can't just take it. But I don't. The gold's whatever.
I reach in the bag and I take out my favorite dagger that I can find in the bag, and then I go, all right, I take the offer.
Okay.
Yeah, take everything but one sword out. Everything in the bag, and then got him, nerd.
He looks at the dagger and he goes, "Okay, fine." And he takes the bag and he puts it behind the counter, and then he ushers you back into that back room. And when you walk in there, this is where like the black market goods are. You're pretty close to the coast, and you can tell that there are swords from everywhere. Like it's not just like Oathmaker stuff. There's Soldeus gear here. All across the nation are a bunch of goods and magical items and stuff like that. And he says, "So what are you boys actually in the market for?"
And I slide the dagger back into its sheath, and I just toss it to him.
Okay.
I want to look around and see if I see anything in there that resembles any of the infernal marks that were on the walls, or anything that might have any inscription that I could identify.
Oh, okay. Yeah, give me a perception check. Or Arcana for that specifically. Vance, anything for you?
I don't really need any swords or anything.
15.
Like, I'm a pretty simple guy. Yeah, unless there's something like really stands out.
Okay. Cool. I guess roll me an investigation just to see if anything catches your eye.
13.
With the 15, you don't notice any like weapons or anything, but you do notice a couple of books that he has stashed. He's a blacksmith. Sometimes people come in with books and stuff like that. But there's a group of like 3 books in the corner that all have infernal symbols on them.
Hey, dumb question. Would that bag also get me those 3 books over there?
I would say you throw in a couple extra gold, and I can give you those books. I haven't been able to get them open. They seem to have been sealed.
Sealed?
Yeah.
Sealed.
And he hands you one of them. Do you try and open it?
No. I just inspect it and see if any of the symbols on it match exactly what was on the wall. I can tell that it's infernal, but...
Right. Yes, the symbols on these books would match the symbols that you've seen. These are necrotic magic books.
Yeah. Oh. Tell you what. How much gold you want for these 3 books and whatever my man Vance over there finds? Vance, get you a new hammer, bud.
I like this hammer.
Yeah, but what's wrong with having 2?
I have it. I have another. Like I have a mace and I have a little worm. Like I have 2.
Oh well, never mind. See, never trust a danger groundhog.
Nobody ever comes here for books. Honestly, you just pitch me a couple gold and you can have them.
I throw him 2 gold, and then can I now? I saw the books, but on my way out of walking out, I'm trying to identify if the weapons in there are things that he's made or if he's stolen or traded for. Mix
and match. A lot of them are stuff that he's made. A lot of special requests that he thought, more than one person's going to need something like this. So you get a lot of magic imbued, like glaives, and a lot of very crude weapons here.
Is there just swords with their serial numbers filed off?
Yeah,
that's what. You know what I mean. Yeah.
He 3D printed a couple pieces.
Wow.
I want to stroke his ego and be like, these are some nice. What's your what you made anything cool recently? Anything for anyone specific? Anything stand out for anyone?
Not particularly. It's been relatively slow with not too much going on in the war, although bad news travels fast. I don't know if you guys are refugees from Ugrinch. We had some of them show up a couple days ago.
Whatever happened to Ugrinch? What?
Roll me deception.
I think I
disadvantage?
I think I even said the last tower and burnt down behind us.
Yeah. Right.
I did. It was like,
I wasn't saying. He's rolling deception.
No, I'm not. I don't.
You're not?
Actually.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
He goes, so I'm not sure if you're a part of that bunch. Most of the stuff I've been dealing with lately is a lot of like cutlasses and stuff like that because the amount of ships that have come through. We've been assisting with, let's just say, not the best behavior sailors, if you catch my drift.
So sailors.
Pirates, bud.
Yeah.
Pirates.
Yeah.
But also just sailors. If you knew, there.
Mm-hmm.
It
was
bad.
a very, very specific type of behavior. I think you're a Fed.
I want to look. Do I recognize any other armor other than Sodaean that I just sold him? Do I see any armor in there or anything that I would recognize from another fealty?
It is a lot because the Oathmakers Coalition has a lot of small kingdoms in it. It's most of them.
Okay.
Essentially, if you come here and you want to pretend to be somebody in the Oathmakers Coalition or Soldaeus, you're going to be able to blend in pretty good if you buy from this guy.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think I'm good. I'm gonna take my books.
I do want to see if there's like a +1 mace or anything.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Go for it. Give me that roll.
Nope.
Nat 1?
Nat 1.
Okay.
I poke my eye.
Yeah.
I think this is magical. Oop.
Yeah. Oh, it was +1 till you poke somebody in the eye with it. What bad luck. No, I won't be mean. I will say that you were able to get a +1 mace. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'd like to trade for that then.
300 gold.
Put it back.
No, you're good. You are good. So now you have a +1 mace.
So in your dealings and your time and your trade, I got a piece of family heirloom given to me from an aunt. And you ever seen anything like this? I can't identify the stone. And I just hold up the amulet.
You hold up the amulet, and he goes, well, good sir, I'm just a simple blacksmith, but I do know somebody that you can talk to. And he takes out a piece of paper, and he writes down on a note, and he says, you're going to want to talk to this gentleman here. And that is where we're going to end the session.
Oh, okay.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Welcome to Kerr Hill, gentlemen. That is going to be, I believe, episode 9 of Monster. My name is Tyler Waltz. I've been your DM. You can find everything that I do here at Monster or Nerd News for just general news stuff.
And I'm Tyson Cox. I played Vance Ironside, and I have a new mace. And you can find me at Tyson Cox Comedy. Had to get it on my sheet so I didn't forget. I got a cave. I got a mace. This is so good. What a good day for me.
Yes, you're
It's
on the
a
up.
solid day, bud. You're doing good. Hey, everybody. I'm Brian Petrie. I played Dolanmere Cedrin, your favorite wood elf, your favorite thieving little buddy. And I just came across a dope amulet and some fun little death books. So we'll see what happens.
And then big shout out to the Crit Show for letting us use their studio. If you guys like Monster of the Week or a more modern campaign, check them out. The Crit Show.
Yeah, you can find me on everything at Brian Petrie Comedy. And let's go Necro Wolves. Go
Necro
Necro Wolves.
Necro Wolves of the Danger Groundhog.
Woo!
Thank you, everybody, for watching. We'll see you in the next episode.